Hello, everybody, and welcome to World Awakening. I'm Deb DeRousse, and your host tonight, filling in for the wonderful, amazing, beautiful Andrea Perron, holding this sacred space for her. And tonight, I'm honored and excited to be joined by my best friends, Valerie Miko. Sitting next to me is now my neighbor, my buddy, my ride or die, my Thelma and Louise.
Yep.
Then we have Marie, who is my bodyguard. Very classy and protects me, and she's kind of the brains of the mission.
That's it.
Kind of quiet, but yeah. But still my bodyguard, my left hand, right hand, you know.
The bodyguards usually are quiet.
Yeah.
And then, right. And then we have, again, the beautiful Jamilah McKenzie, who everybody
I'm Chief
knows.
Shenanigans Officer.
You're what?
I'm sorry, what?
I am the Chief Shenanigans Officer.
You certainly are.
There you go. The four of
The
us are
CSO.
also as the Golden Girls. We won't get into all of that, but we do spend all the time together that we can, and together we're trying to be the light, seek, to make a difference.
Yes.
So, who would like to start out with what it is that we're talking about tonight, and that's the Unity Tree Interfaith Ministry.
Go Val.
You go, Jamilah. You say it so much better than I do.
Okay, Unity Tree Interfaith Ministry is a place where we can gather together no matter what your faith background is. It doesn't matter. Our first mandate is love. Point blank, period. Nothing can go forward unless love leads. And we want to provide a safe space to grow spiritually, to learn who you are, to be comforted and supported in your spiritual journey, to help in the community when we can, just to create movements. The more micro movements we can create, the more those micro movements merge together and become bigger movements, so we can begin to be the change that we want to see, so we can be the light. We say it all the time, be the light you want to see. Well, how you do that? This is how we are trying to do that. And if we can reach somebody else, and I know I'm dating myself, but then you go, and so on, and so on, and so
I love
on.
those commercials.
So that's, do you agree, ladies? That's what Unity Tree is.
Mm-hmm. That's the Unity Tree. And yes, Marie too, but also Andrea's on the board. Andrea's a big part of what we do. She's kind of the silent partner in a way, but her love and her compassion and her passion definitely our drive in what we do.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
You know, she's been here since right after we were born. When we came up with it, we said we have to have 5. You have to have a tiebreaker.
And who else better to spread the light than Annie?
Exactly.
And who better else to lead from love?
Yes. Exactly.
I don't know if you guys can hear me, but
Now we
I'll be right
can.
back.
Maybe having some technical issues. See, she's not in the
There we go.
shed place, or her office, I should say.
Yes, she is.
It sounded like there was some.
She'll be
feedback,
back.
Something maybe. So
Yeah.
She'll be right back.
Mhm. Right. So we're fairly new in what we do. We've done 2 events? Or 3?
We had 2 get-togethers, and then we've we've attended 2 events as vendors, like as fundraisers.
Well, one was really kind of our own event.
Right, right. And then Humane Society.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And I think, did Marie come to that one? I know Jamilah was out of town.
Yes,
We
was there.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. But we plan to do a lot more events this year. Hopefully, Andrea will be able to make maybe in the fall.
Yeah, that would be wonderful.
Right now,
That's
she's
the hope.
fighting hard. But
Any chance
that is
we get to
the
see her is a major plus.
it certainly is. And she was at the event in the spring,
Yes.
the retreat that we put on. And
So
There's something about when we gather, y'all. There is
Oh.
everybody that comes says the same thing. There is something about when we gather.
right.
It's ridiculous. And it's not a fluke. It happens every single time.
Every single time, no matter where we're at. Yeah.
No matter where we're at.
You know, I think it's just a huge goddess energy, or, since we just got done doing a show on that, but it's a light as well, I think.
Yes.
Sure.
I think that's something that, a few people had mentioned after coming to our gatherings was that, it was just really nice to explore and try and understand where some other people are coming from and other religions, other beliefs, and then to just explore any thoughts, just bring them up and have conversation about it. And it was just, it is a safe space, but it's definitely a space to explore. And that brings
And
in
then
a
you
lot of
realize how
energy.
familiar. Yeah, we're so much alike.
Right. So yeah, I thought they were great. I really enjoyed them and looking forward to having more. We're trying to nail down a site so that we will have a somewhere to call a little more regular home, because we were doing at Mystical Awakenings at Deb and RJ's shop, and it was a little tight, and it's a little hard because the stores needs to open up right after, and so we're trying to find a space where we can do this on a more regular basis and have some events as well.
Right.
So we're hoping to have some fun events, things to come out to. But then also through Unity Tree, we're talking about doing some podcasts and having, we're getting a YouTube channel up and running, and to just have some very positive speakers come on and tell some of their story, or their encouraging words, or just a variety of things. So definitely be on the lookout, because there's going to be a lot of stuff up and coming. Even just Jamilah was going to have a site where we just have some like words, just something to read to just kind of get you going for the day, or to just get you over a hump, or all sorts of resources will be available. So I'm really excited about it, and can't wait for it to really start taking some traction.
Right. Yeah. We're all really eager now that, we do have our 501(c), and we're official. I mean, all of the paperwork across the board is done.
Yeah.
Totally done. Thanks to Val and Marie. They're great at that. But that
Go ahead.
that definitely got us going to the point that we are actively seeking a place to, we'd like to have a space that we could maybe set up a few things for sale, possibly have some events, things like that. Sadly, we don't have a lot of money right now.
Right.
So if anybody out there knows of anybody that has a space in our area that they would like to, partially donate or
Let us
donate,
use, yes.
let us use and keep, if they have an empty building that, oh gosh, it's going to fall apart, just get someone in there to pay the heat and then all of that.
Marie sent a message. She's in the waiting room waiting. She was having technical
She'll be back.
difficulties, so she moved to her computer, but she's been sitting in the waiting room.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
he'll be back.
I know
Okay.
our producer had to leave for a few minutes and I don't have the
Oh, okay.
login to be able to do that.
Okay. I just
So-
wanted to make sure in case there was something we could do.
Yeah, when I do my shows, when I do Mystical Awakenings, I'm logged in, so I could do that. But when I do Andrea's, I'm not. So speaking of Andrea, can we take this while we're waiting for Bill to bring Marie back in? Take this moment to talk about her news.
Yes.
Everybody good with that?
Absolutely.
And everybody knows I will give tidbits on how Andrea's doing, but it's not my story to tell. And I would never tell anything that she didn't want me to tell. We always have permission. But tonight she put it out there herself, right on Facebook, that she had her scans yesterday. And the tumors in her brain are gone.
And that is amazing. Amazing.
Yeah.
Happy dance.
So
All that healing, it does, it works.
That's exactly what I said last hour. I said, y'all can't tell me it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Can't tell me.
It does. But you always hear about
Focus and all
the
that
power of
intent
prayer.
and love.
Power of prayer. And what
Yes.
that is you get, like I know Tom is listening tonight. Tom does a healing group every Saturday night.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I send every day, usually morning and night. But when you get that many people at one time, like Tom has his one night, that everybody at the same time is collectively sending love, happy thoughts, and seeing her as healed. That is the power.
That is
It
very
truly
cool.
is that collective consciousness, all being positive. And God, does it work?
Yeah, it
She's-
does. Yeah, it does.
Now, I'm not saying she's not still battling cancer. She is.
But she's not doing it alone.
She's
No.
not doing it alone. She's, feisty. She has her days where she's very tired. She needs this reprieve from having to think about doing shows and things like that. She's done a few events in the fall, very few, but she's improving.
That's
Yes.
I'm
awesome.
going to leave it at that. And I also want to bring up, because she put this out publicly as well, she and her sister Christine had a wonderful day yesterday, went to the hospital, got the scans. They were having a great day, went to Andrea's doctor's appointment, got the news of the scans. So they went out to dinner and celebrated. They were very happy. And then they went home. And Christine went outside, I'm assuming to feed animals, and slipped and fell. And she broke her foot or leg or both in 3 places.
Oh, my.
So Christine is now, laid up. So Andrea is trying to kind of take care of her. Their other sister, Cindy, is, she doesn't live far away. So she's stepping up and helping out as well.
Good.
And their niece, Nicole, is helping out. But Christine will be having surgery. So I'm asking everybody, when you send healing and love to Andrea, please, please, please include her angel sister, who I absolutely love, Christine, in that healing. she's going to need it.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Right. And right now she's, in a lot of pain, but Christine is.
Right.
But they're very, very, very strong women.
Yes.
Yeah, they are.
They will get through this with help, with all of you out there.
I just feel so bad that they're having to deal with all of this. It's a lot to take on.
It is.
It is.
It really is. And you have two women, with everything that Andrea's been through, and in her brain with the cancer that is now gone, it still had some effects on her. So her balance is not very good. So, you have two people there trying to take care of one another. It's gonna be rough, but I
Right.
think they'll do it. Okay. So as soon as Bill gets back, he'll bring Marie back in.
Okay.
But so Jamilah, do you remember? I don't know if we did this on the show before or not. The first time you met Andrea.
I do. And
Tell us about that.
I want to preface this by saying that when I was introduced to the community, to our tribe, it wasn't necessarily because I was into the paranormal. I was just a vendor. I was selling jewelry before I know.
I was your first. You were a virgin.
You were.
And you were never, ever just a vendor. Okay. I'll shut up.
But I didn't know that at the time. So I say that to say that I was meeting these people, but I didn't know who they were. So my table is here, the door is over here, and this beam of light walks in. Now, I'm not one that gets, hung up and awestruck by people. But when I tell you my flabber was all the way gassed, it was, I just saw it, and something in my spirit just said, oh my God, I love her, and I'm sitting and I'm shooting looks over there, and I'm like, I just feel like I need to get close to her. I just need a hug. That's all and during this time I was trying to figure out who I was, what I was doing. I was going through some things, making major transitions. And so I waited. And toward the end of the night, I finally went over. I still didn't ask her who she was. I just said hi. Now, we all know how Annie is. There was no hi. It was, hey, gorgeous baby, and she gave me a hug. And I gave her this hug. I'm like, oh my God, in my head, but I'm Jamilah. I kept it cool, I think. Anyway, so, and then we're getting ready to release, and then she stops and she goes, oh, and I can't remember exactly how it was, but it was something like that. So that was the first time I didn't really talk to her much, but I could not get this woman out my head. Then I saw her at the next event. And that's when I said, okay, I'm going to learn who this is. Because at this time, I was not real close. I had gone into Deb's shop, once or twice. I didn't know Val yet. I didn't know Marie yet. So I wasn't really, personal. So I couldn't really find out. It wasn't. The next time I saw her, I went up to her first thing and I just said, I just want you to know I love you, and I started talking to her, and she spoke things into me. It's like my spirit saw her spirit, and we have been in love ever since. And later that night, if you have never been to an event with Andrea, first of all, shame on you. Secondly, she does a third eye activation. And everybody else had gone. And I said, okay, I'm going to go and do this thing. But by the time I got to her, she was already going into her room. She grabs me by the hand and drags me in her room. And this other lady comes in and she closed the door, and then she does what she does. And I started to bawl. And I just told her, I'm so tired. I'm so tired. She said, I know, baby. I know. There's a lady, and I have this video if anybody wants to see it. She was taping it. You could see something pass between us. It was not a bug. I did that because there were people there. It was not a bug. It was not, an orb. I don't know what it was, but you could actually see it passing between the two of us.
I didn't know.
And when
that.
I tell you,
What part of your body, what was it near?
it was coming from the bottom coming up.
Okay.
It was not it was mid torso. It was tummy and rising, kind of.
Mm-hmm. So the etheric fluid near, so yeah.
Yeah, and I don't remember which one of us it originated from. I don't remember because I haven't really watched it, and I was, barely there because she popped me out to the space, whatever. But when I tell you, and everybody can attest this, I have not been the same since. Have not been the same since.
Right.
So that's how I met Annie. And when you meet her, I said it before, I'll say it again. It feels like you're coming home.
Yes.
Kind of like Marie just did.
Magic.
Talk. I want to see if we can hear you.
I can hear me now.
I
Yes.
can hear you now.
Now I can hear you. Before I couldn't.
Oh my
Got it.
gosh. Well, I'm glad you got that all figured out, and Bill got back so he could pop you back in. So you heard what's going on here, so we'll give you a second to sit, and if Val would like to tell her story of meeting
Yeah, absolutely.
Andrea Perron.
Like Jamilah, I just want to preface by saying that I grew up in a house where there was a lot of paranormal activity. And as a child, I was terrified of it. Anytime I'd even try to tell someone stories about what was going on, my eyes would water. I was not comfortable with it, but I occurred my entire life. So when the movie came out, The Conjuring, and I realized that it was Hollywoodized, but I knew that they had gone through a lot of the same stuff I went through, or similar stuff that I went through. I was so excited when I saw that she was going to be at the Paracon, and I really wanted to meet her. I really wanted to, my thought was, okay, this is somebody who's gone through some of this stuff too. This would be really cool to talk about. Was not at all what happened when I actually went to her table and I went to meet Annie. She stood up, she came around the table and she hugged me, and I just started bawling. And she said, she just told me, she said, you are, what did she say? You are a light child, I think is what she's told me, or something similar to that. And she just held me. And the energy was just phenomenal. And then we talked for just a moment, and then she gave John a hug, and she hugged John, and she said, you need to just be there for her because she's got things to do. And I was just, after we saw Annie, we were both just almost done. Like you said, you were just so tired. You were so tired. It wasn't so much tired. I was overwhelmed. So we went back up to our room, and I literally sat up there crying for 15 minutes because of just all the emotion and love that I was feeling. And then we finally did come back down, and I didn't see her, talk to her at all anymore that particular visit. So then the next event that I saw her at, we started chatting more, and she is just love. She's love and light, and I can't stay away. It's almost like an addiction. It's like she's just so, like you said, you feel like you're home. She's just makes you feel so loved and welcome and accepted and whatever. I don't know if you can hear Tenny whining, but I'm sorry.
It's fine.
But yeah, so she's just amazing, and I've never been the same since. I've always had a heart of love. I've always been very loving and accepting of everybody my entire life. And then to hit Annie, who is just beyond. I don't know how to explain it. It was just very electrifying to my love, my psyche.
Yes.
So when you met her,
Yes.
was it like, did you have that feeling of finally?
Yes.
This is what I've been waiting for. Like, you've known her for eternity. And you've been waiting to have that connection.
Yes. And I think that's why it felt so overwhelming, because it was like, oh my God, I've never felt like I belong and loved and accepted this much ever in my life. And my parents were great parents, don't get me wrong.
Right.
But it was just a connection that I was longing.
And it's such a validating love.
It is. It is just amazing. So.
Well, yeah. And I think, the validating, see if you guys agree. It's like when not 3 or 4 years after we met, Andrea came to my house one morning. And it was on my birthday. She had never been to my house, but she happened to be in Michigan, and she happened to be around and knew it was my birthday. So I'm in my nightgown. My hair is sticking up. I look like... And up pulls this car. Beep, 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 beep. And there's Andrea. And, she's one of those people who... I was so comfortable. I just went running out in my nightgown, and I didn't care that my hair was sticking up. And I drug her in the house, and we drank coffee, and we talked, and we talked, and we talked, and we talked, and we ate. But it was like, I had known her for quite a while at that point, but she had never been to my home. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I had a lot of that same. Andrea's not the type of person that's going to look at you and go, your makeup looks like shit. Don't talk to me. You know what I mean?
Right.
He loves you no matter what. You could have a big old wart on the end of your nose, and it just doesn't matter. It's that higher unconditional love from her.
Mm-hmm.
And for those of y'all who don't know, when we say we cry, you don't get to cute cry.
Oh no.
Around.
Ugly
Andrea.
cry.
It's snot bubble.
Yeah.
Cry. Like it was a whole thing. It was this was not, you're not getting away with the I do declare. No.
It's like, yeah, shaking, falling. Yeah.
I can't. I love. Yeah, it's a thing.
It is.
Oh my gosh. Marie, do you remember the first time that you met Andrea?
Do you remember?
Well, I was kind of your tag along back in those days, and
My bodyguard.
Yeah,
Sure.
she definitely is.
Bossy one, too.
Only for your own good, making sure.
I was about to say.
Yeah.
yeah. Well, somebody's got to keep her in line.
Yeah. Exactly.
But we were doing Paracon, and we're downstairs, and events like that. I think I was still just learning how to open up, really, and it was exhausting. All the different people, and of course the people that are coming to you and seeking help. They're kind of misfiring anyway. I was drained. I remember I was just drained that day, and I'd seen Annie in passing and talking to you, of course, but I just kind of stood back and stayed out of the way, and this time she walked up to me and she gave me a hug. And I'll tell you what, that's better than any energy drink you can ever imagine. Got me through the rest of that weekend without a problem.
That's right.
But like you said, I mean, it's just, there's something magical about her.
There is.
That
She is not of this world.
No, she is not.
No, and you've touched something. After you hug her, after you've been in her presence, you might not know what it is. You might not be able to put a name to it, but you absolutely know that you just
she has that magic though she can talk to anyone, and you get 5 minutes of her time just to sit down. I remember running into her in the hallway at one point. We just sat down and talked, and it just makes you feel so special.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
seen. Yes.
Right. And like I said, she doesn't judge. So when she sees people, she sees the best part of them, no matter what. Sometimes that's not good. But for people who need that to be seen and not looked down upon, you get that from someone like Andrea, who's very pure. It can be extremely healing and life-altering. I mean, do any of us know people that know her that didn't have some kind of a life-changing something happen when they met her?
I'm telling you, my son Bill, when he met Andrea, he fell in love. He absolutely adored Andrea. And, she took a liking to him too, but he was very personable as well. But he was always like, is Andrea going to be there? Is Andrea going to be there? Is Andrea going to be there? He loved Andrea.
Yeah.
Same with my hubby.
Yeah.
My
hubby is not part of this whole paranormal world or anything like that, but oh my God, he got to meet Annie and her dad. All of a sudden dropped links. But Roger, we're just out on the street and ran into him and stood there and talked to him for a minute, and we walked away and he goes, who was that? They were really cool.
Yeah. Yeah, she makes an impression for sure.
Yes.
I'm curious, Deb, you were talking about after you'd known Andrea for 3 years, but how did you first meet Andrea?
Well, we first met online. We were on Blog Talk Radio. So this was like back in 2011 or 12. And she was getting ready to launch A World Awakening. The same week that I was getting ready to launch Mystical Awakenings. So we're both on this chat group for whatever show was on, and I don't remember who it was now. And we just started talking and found it so intriguing that we're both starting a show at the same time with awakenings in it. And we had so many things in common just talking on there. Well, then after, I don't know, a year, we finally got to meet in person at Michigan Paracon. And it was very similar to you guys. We had already been friends, talked on the phone an awful lot. But when we made eye contact at Paracon, that's when the vendors were in that little room downstairs. I know
bingo room, yeah.
Bingo room, yep.
Yep, the bingo room. So I was walking in the hallway coming to that room, and Andrea was toward the back. Well, she saw me and I saw her, and we both, I mean, it was kind of like the Bo Derek thing, you're
Running in slow motion. Yeah.
I think we probably stood there hugging and not letting go for about 10 minutes. And finally, we step back from the hugging and we both have some tears and, oh my God, my soul sister, we're finally together. And she looks at my fingernails and she says, do you fucking have that? Like here with you? I had purple fingernail polish on. And I said, yeah. It's in my room. She said, go get it. That kind of set the tone for our friendship right there. We were just, once we met, that has not broken since.
Mm-hmm.
And I love her to pieces and she loves me to pieces. And, she was my wife in another life. I just know that. There's something very special, unbreakable between the two of us. And she has that same connection with many, 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 many people. You guys are some of those people.
Yeah.
But, the beauty is when you get that from Andrea, it's almost like you are the only person on earth that could feel that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's my story is a lot like everybody else's, except that she did steal my fingernail polish. I never got it back. Like my earrings, because I had on the feathery earrings. She still wears them all the time. And she said, let me borrow those earrings. And I let her borrow them. I did get those back, and then I got home and I mailed them to her.
No.
I love those earrings. I said, do you want me to buy you some? No, they wouldn't be the same ones. So I went home and I mailed them to her.
Aw.
I love that.
Yeah.
One of the things that stands out for me, and it's kind of on a different thing, when you feel that from her, it kind of shows your insides what that feels like, so you then in turn can give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
That's one of the biggest things she's done for me, is shown me how to give that love. It's something about being in contact with it and knowing how it makes you feel, that you then in turn want to continue that. If that makes sense. It's like a love train, no. For lack of a better word,
Yeah, I think that makes perfect sense. Perfect sense.
Now I want to sing.
It's so true.
All over the world.
I had the song going too.
Join the love train.
You always do that to me.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm not sorry. You'll be all right.
We all get together, and Jamilah and Val are the worst at, just breaking out in song. And then Marie and I are stuck with that song for days.
And dance.
And dance. Oh, yeah.
Not just song. We are multi-talented goddesses. Thank you very much.
That's right. Well, where was I today? Oh, I was in the grocery store today, and this country song came on. I'm not a country girl, so I don't know what the song was. And all of a sudden, I just wanted to do what Marie does. What is line dancing?
The line dance.
I thought, what the hell's going on? This someone's doing something to me. Gotta be Marie's fault.
Now I got achy breaky in my head. Thank you.
What was his name? Oh,
Billy Ray.
Yeah, Billy Ray Cyrus. There you go.
And this is us being good. So you can imagine
Oh, yeah.
what it's like when we're not on camera. But that's one of the reasons why we did Unity Tree, is because we know how we feel when we're together. We know how it feels to get out of yourself and to love others and to have that love come back.
Mhm.
And that's all we want to do.
A loving
Is that
community.
same love.
Yeah.
Exactly. And have it out there. We need more of it. We got to have it. We got to have it.
And don't you think that in many ways, I mean, had none of us met Andrea, wouldn't things be a lot different?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't
really
even
do.
imagine the four of us without Andrea stuck like right in the middle. Because
Yep.
she
Glue.
did kind of,
Now
you know,
stuck like glue is in my head. Okay, I'm sorry. Keep going.
I like that. But we are all very loving, fun, compassionate people. We are all goddesses in our own right. Amen. But something about having Andrea in that mix, it's right,
Yeah, it felt right immediately.
Yes,
We were like,
because
every one of us was
you know-
just like, yes, yes, Andrea has to be a part of this.
Right. Yeah. And she became a part of it literally sitting in your dining room, Val,
Yes.
when we talked about it and all said, oh my God, yes, because we needed that fifth person. And we video called her,
Yep.
brought her right into our little party and she was so excited.
And one of these days she'll be here live for one of these
Yes.
parties.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
I
Yes.
don't think it'll be too terribly long. But, she going through cancer and going through chemo really kicks your butt.
Oh, yeah.
I can imagine.
I think right now, above everything, she's tired.
Yeah.
This is one heck of a battle for her.
Yeah.
She's gonna beat it
Yeah.
because she's Andrea Perron.
I'm very
And we
proud
all-
of her for taking this time for herself to heal.
Yes.
Yes. Because I know it's hard for her to
It's
say.
very hard for her to just take time and actually focus on herself. So, and
But having just
take care of
gone
Chris,
through all
too.
that for the breast cancer and then now having to go through it again, I mean, her body didn't even really have time to,
Mhm.
rejuvenate before getting more,
Well, she still has breast cancer.
Right. But I'm saying she was going through that very, what's the word I'm looking for? Through the treatments and stuff. And she'd kind of gotten not used to it. You don't really get used to it, but you know what I mean? Her body had kind of adjusted somewhat to that and she was doing pretty well. And then suddenly getting hit hard with more medications and more medication. It's like, that's a lot. It's a lot for your body.
Yeah. Well, she literally was doing an oral chemo
Right.
that really was working very well.
Right.
And
despite the fact that it didn't know what it was aiming at.
right. Yeah. It's a trial medication, but she was, she didn't lose her hair with that, some, but she did great in it, really. And then all of a sudden, when she came in the spring and did the mystical retreat here in Houghton Lake with all of us, she was full of piss and vinegar.
Oh, she was
dancing and singing, and she insisted on, no, I will speak, I will do this. And she did. She blew us away. It's like, here's this powerhouse of a woman who, even being full of cancer, was so strong. So strong.
Yes.
What an inspiration she is.
Absolutely.
2 days after getting home from that event is when she got the phone call, the diagnosis that she had the brain tumors. So that kind
I'm
of
just so glad we were able to load her up with that healing and load her up with that love and just put on that armor of goddess energy and love and just,
Yep.
you know.
Yep. And we did.
And we
It's a
continue
wonderful
to send her home
That's right.
every bit of love and
That's
energy that we can send.
That's right.
Absolutely.
For sure. And, you know, she swears that she will be back at some point this year.
I believe her.
We don't know yet.
I choose
when.
to. I want to believe, so I'm going to believe her.
Mm-hmm. I'm thinking probably UFO con, but we know that locations, you know, up in the air with that. So,
Sorry.
but she will most likely be there because she's very adamant about it. That's her love.
And just a wee bit stubborn. What a
Just
good
a wee bit what, Marie?
stubborn.
Oh,
Yeah. That's what we-
No.
Well, I'll tell you what, as comfortable as I am with her and as close as I am to her, I mean, we talk almost daily. If she sets her mind to something, I'm not standing in her way because she would clean my clock. Get him away. She is
doing what she's doing.
she is doing what she's doing. And if she makes her mind up, her mind is made up.
Yes, absolutely.
That's all there is to it.
That's right.
But that's, you know, that's not a bad thing. And that's part of why she's still here and doing as well as she's doing.
Hmm. Right. She's
Well,
telling it to get out.
Get the hell.
That's not what she's saying, but we're going to keep it PG.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of my big fat fat.
We know exactly what she's saying.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
She's
says
still.
the best, though.
Oh, yeah. Nobody can say it like her, and I hear it all the time.
Right.
She means it.
Says it with conviction.
Baby.
Yeah. So do you think that she is, you know, part of her life mission is to bring this kind of love to people?
Oh,
God,
absolutely.
Of
Oh, yeah.
course. Yes.
Yeah.
And everybody she touches. Everybody she touches.
Yeah,
is different.
everybody.
Everybody. Even the smallest of interactions. How could you not? How could you be that powerful? How could you be that filled and that not be your life? Like,
Yes, exactly.
you know,
And I don't remember what one of you said it, but she's not from here.
Yeah.
Not sure where.
Exactly.
She's from, but
And I think, you know, that kind of goes up to anybody. When you find what your true purpose is, you're not going to be stopped. And that's what Annie found her true purpose, and
that's right.
there's no stopping her.
yeah.
But we all
Yeah.
have our thing, and when you find it, you go for it.
So do you think her thing is love, the galactic family, paranormal? What do you guys think?
All of it.
I think it's love.
I think it's to be used. I think it's a little bit of everything. I think she meets us where we need her. I mean, if you really
it's
think
love,
about
but I
it.
think she gets it from the galactic family.
True that. True that. Love is her thing.
Perfect sense.
Love is definitely her thing.
Yeah, it definitely is. And, you know, thinking back, I think we both started using the term higher love from the very get-go. And I guess if there were two words on this planet to explain Andrea Perron, it's higher love.
Yep.
Absolutely, totally higher
She
love.
gives it, and if we just open up, we can learn to do it too.
That's right.
It's
And carry
in
it
us all.
forward.
And that's what Unity Tree is about.
Yeah, it is.
Yep.
And, you know, no matter what, we will continue doing the work, and Andrea will continue being behind it. It's all about love. Do we help people? Yes. Right now we're limited. We need to get things going and do fundraising and all of that. But
Right.
And if you have any ideas, if you have any, want to reach out, our email address is unitytree.mi@gmail.com. So if you know of anybody that has a space, or you have any ideas, or just reach out. We'd love to hear from you.
Or how you'd like us to even put it forward. I mean, we've talked about doing this type of format, to be able
Yep, we're definitely gonna do some digital stuff to make sure we can get to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the in-person gatherings that we do are beautiful and great, but it's so limited. We get people from all over the place that say, oh, I wish I could be there. And I guess we're down to like 2 minutes here, so I'm going to have to wrap it up. But is there, we have a website too, right?
Yes.
Email.
What is it? unitytree.mi.org.
Okay.
That should be it, I think.
Right. So people feel free to give us ideas.
still learning this.
If you need, help with something that we can help with. Right now, financially, we don't have a ton, but we have a lot of love. We
Absolutely.
run out. We
Got
get
a whole
more
lot of
planning.
love.
Yeah. Exactly.
That's right.
So to all of our listeners, everybody, thank you for being here. Remember to continue sending to Andrea and Christine the emotional healing and love. To you guys, thank you for being your heart and being here tonight.
Absolutely.
All of you remember, as Annie says, look up, and be the light you see. Note, good night, everybody. We love you. Thank you for being with us.
Good night.
Hey.
Good night.